Hello, good afternoon, how are you doing? I've just popped outside with Cece for a little walk and I thought I'd pick the camera up. I think it's time as well. I thought I could give you a little bit of an autumn update, how things are looking, because things change so quickly, don't they, at this time of year. You can already see the trees behind me looking very, very golden, so I thought we could do that. It's quite a bright day today. Really quite sunny. Here's the current view. We've got poplar trees are looking very, very bare. Lost most of their leaves now. Cece! Hello! And then we've got the larch woods up here starting to look very golden. Let's go down through the woods, shall we? And while we walk, I do have a little bit of a life update. Life has been happening, a bit of a sad thing that happened, so just a little content warning. I'm going to talk about losing a family dog, so if you don't want to hear about that, maybe skip forward a few minutes. But yeah, we did have a second doggy as well as Cece. We had an older boy called Leo. He was about 15 years old, I think. He was actually my mum-in-law's dog, and she got him when my husband still lived with her, just about before we came away to uni. So very, very much part of the family. He was so sweet. He was old and he wasn't very well. Very, very sadly, last weekend we did have to say goodbye to him, which was so sad. It's just such a sad thing, isn't it? As with any dog or any pet, when you lose them, it was horrible. We are at the valley. This is how the valley view, let me show you properly. This is how the valley view is looking today. Isn't that just the loveliest view? You can see the trees starting to lose their leaves. So yeah, life's been happening. It's been a bit of a sad time, and then on top of that, September, October is my busiest time at work as well. I work at a university, so semester one is always a challenge, always a little bit hectic, but can't complain at all. So I'll show you the pampas grass. We've got one here looking very, very splendid, and then over in the woods we've actually got a pink pampas grass. Look at that. I'm absolutely dying to get up there to get some of the plumes to dry. Those pink plumes, I've used the normal ones in a wreath before as like a little accent to the wreath, and I think the pink ones would just look so cool, so I'm dying to get up there and get some, but I'm not going to do that today because there's no path there, so I'm literally going to have to, I think, put my waders on and wade through the undergrowth to get there, but it'll be worth it, surely, for a pink pampas grass. Here we are at the rose garden. Let's show you. I think I've given you a rose garden update in a while, but look at this. It's looking not like a rose garden yet. Can't see any roses, except these ones at the top. I've got some at the very top there, but don't worry, because just imagine when all of this is roses. We're going to plant them all along the bank here, hopefully. This is actually quite a large area, so we could even have some seats up here, roses all around, all at the top. Can you imagine? I think it's been a while since I gave you a rose garden update, but it's slowly getting there. And our gardener says as well that the winter is actually a really good time to plant roses, and you can get the bare root ones, which are even cheaper. And the winter's a good time to plant them because they're not concentrating on flowering, I think she was saying, so they can concentrate on just getting rooted in and then become established for the spring. So hopefully next spring we'll have something that looks a little bit more like a rose garden. I think we'll actually go up the driveway and we'll just make a little special trip to show you the acers, because the acers are just stunning at the moment. So here we are at the acer, and would you believe it's pretty much dropped all its leaves like overnight, I think, so I'm sure it wasn't like this yesterday, but let's have a look anyway. Here it is. So can you see the absolutely gorgeous yellow, bright yellow leaves? They've mostly come off, I can't believe that. Bad luck. That I wanted to show you today. There are some up here. I don't know if you can see. Can you see those just gorgeous golden leaves? Most of them are on the floor. Maybe it's easiest to just show you on the floor. It's easy. Hello, good girl. I love this view from approaching down the driveway at this time of year. So pretty. I just had to dash back up to the house because our Sainsbury's food shop had arrived. But I did promise you an Acer, and I'm going to deliver. Look at that. Isn't that just the most stunning shade of red? The way that the light comes through it is just absolutely gorgeous. This one is in its prime at the moment. Just makes me want to plant Aces everywhere. And then this is our front view. Got the larch woods looking very golden. Our woods here, though, looking really, really pretty. Trees starting to lose their leaves. Lots of golden colours, oranges, evergreens. So beautiful. I'm being watched. Hello, back with you. I've just made a mega batch of dinners. I did a tray bake with tomatoes, onions, smoked paprika, smoked garlic, so very kind of smoky flavours, white beans, and then I'll grill some halloumi on top later. And I've made 2 dinners worth for the 5 of us, so 10 portions. Hopefully it will last anyway and be 10 portions. That's in the oven. It's only about 3 o'clock, but I'm just going to cook it for quite a long time, get the tomatoes all nice and jammy. Very productive day today, but I feel like it's just hit me. It's, like I said, about 3 o'clock and I've just gone really quite tired. So I think now I'm going to head down to the cellar and just see what wines we've got in there for me to take to the party, see if my friend wants anything in particular. We've got loads left over from our wedding down there. And then I think I might make a matcha to perk me up a little bit and just sit down and relax for a bit before it's time to get ready for the party. This is the cellar. I haven't shown you this before because, in fact, I'm not going to show you properly because it's creepy. I suppose all cellars are creepy, but anyway, this is our little stash. So I think tonight I will definitely take some rosé because I know that my friend is a rosé fan, and I myself will have some Sauvignon, and then yeah, I'll probably just ask my friend if she's low on anything that I can, maybe I'll take some Prosecco as well. I did want to show you my outfit for the party, but on brand for me, I was running late for the train and the lighting was really terrible as well, I'm afraid. But I went for this black cord miniskirt, tights, knee boots, black jumper and a little jacket on top. And then I next picked up the camera on a very, very frosty morning a few weeks later. So I got straight outside to get some pictures. I hope you enjoy these. I'm wrapped up as if for the winter, but it really does feel all of a sudden so wintry. It's cold. I'm loving it. It's actually making me feel so seasonal. Dare I say it? Am I going to say the F word? I'm going to say it, festive. Feeling festive. And you know what? It's late November now, isn't it? So I don't think that's even controversial. Well, is it late November? It's the 21st of November today. So let me know, is it still too early, or is your tree already up and your house decorated? I would love to know. We haven't started decorating yet. We are late decorators just because we have some late birthdays. My mum's birthday is on the 23rd of November and my husband's birthday is on the 3rd of December. So we tend to do it either between the two or maybe even in December after my husband's birthday. Is that too late? I'd love to know what you do. I'm just on my way to the stable, which I don't think I've shown you before, for good reason, as you'll see, but I'm trying to find my husband because on a day like today, it's so nice to be able to light the fire, the log burner, but we are out of wood, so we need some more wood. So I'm just on my way to the wood store, which is behind the stable, and I'm hoping my husband can be found there chopping the wood. Let's see. So we're coming up to the stable now. I'll show you a bit, but I'm not going to show you properly. So we've got this absolutely ramshackle shed here that just needs to be taken down really. And then we've got, this is a tractor shed. And then this is actually a covered yard. And there are, I don't know what the proper word is, I'm sure there is one, horse bedrooms where the horses would sleep. Two inside there, there's a double bedroom and a single. But it's quite a big space, very, very useful space, or at least it would be if it wasn't leaking. So annoying, the roof is leaking. It's going to be so expensive, I think, to get it fixed, and it's an absolute mess in there, so I'm not going to show you inside. We've started taking the ceiling down ourselves, and then I think it was the wedding, we just abandoned it. It's, yeah, absolute mess. I avoid going in there unless I absolutely have to. But around the back here is our wood store. Oh, no sign of my husband, so I'll show you the wood store and then we'll go and find him. This is the wood store area. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it? There's some stuff here that needs chipping, and then we just collect old pallets because they do come in useful. These were stools that my husband made for our wedding and we didn't get to use because it was so wet on our wedding day. There's a nice little view of the river down there though. And then these are the wood stores. These are where we chop. And these, again, not an aesthetically pleasing view, but these are where we keep, that's our wood chipper in there. And that's all our wood that we've been drying out for, that would have been a few years now that's been in there. I found him. He's in the house waiting for me, we missed each other. So we're just on our way now to the stable and we're taking the trolley with us, and I think some of the wood needs to be chopped, so I'll just show you what he ends up doing. So these pieces are small enough to go on the fire, and these pieces are too big, so they need to be split. A good amount of wood in there now, So we're just going to take this back up to the house. Hello, it's the next day now. I'm sorry about this lighting, it's dark already. It's only about 4 o'clock or maybe 4:30. So it's my mum's birthday tomorrow and we're hosting my uncle and auntie. They came as a surprise and surprised her earlier this afternoon. She cried. It was really sweet. And I thought I would make some mulled wine and have a go at making it, and also some mulled cider, which I think I've only ever tried once and I didn't love it, but I'm going to have a go at making it and just see how that turns out. So I thought I'd show you. So this is everything I need for the mulled cider. I've gone for this Dunkerton's Black Fox organic medium dry cider. I think you can use any medium dry cider. You need an orange, an apple, 6 whole cloves and only 1 star anise because that can obviously be quite strong. 2 cinnamon sticks and not this much ginger. Just need a couple of slices of ginger in there, which should be lovely. So that's the mulled cider. And then for the mulled wine, we've got, just going to use this Waitrose claret, 2 oranges, 2 cinnamon sticks and 2 star anise this time. And how many cloves? I've got about 8 cloves. So that's what you need for those. Oh, and brown sugar. You do also add sugar, which I've already spilt over here. What I was thinking was, if I did all of the spices and then you need to strain the spices out, otherwise it will get too strong, but then at that point it can be kept warm. We've got the fire on, so what I could do is put the saucepan with the mulled wine on the fire and just leave it kind of mulling. Then it will be ready when we are. And my thinking was that it will probably make the house smell really lovely as well. So I started with 100 mils of water, and you add all of the spices and things to the water first to bloom so that the wine doesn't burn while that's happening. So I've done that. I've added my star anise, my cloves, I have zested my oranges, and I've juiced 1 orange. The recipe called for the juice of 2 oranges, but that seemed like a lot, so I'm going to see how we go. Same with the sugar. I've just started with 1 teaspoon of sugar so far, so I don't want it to get too sweet. It already smells amazing. And in with the wine. There are 7 of us today, so I'm going to do 2 bottles, I think, of wine. Let's hope it fits. Looking good. In goes a dash of port. Why not? Is that enough? There we are, and then you just want to keep your eye on it so that it doesn't boil, but you want it to be steaming. There it is. So I'm hoping it just keeps warm there and doesn't get too hot and boil. Yeah, I hope that turns out nice. I'll let you know how it turns out. So for the cider, I've got my chopped apples and oranges in here. going to add my star anise and cloves and my cinnamon sticks. A few slices of fresh ginger. I think that's going to be really lovely. And I think that's it. I think we just go straight in there now with the cider. Almost forgot 2 or 3 tablespoons of honey. There we are, and I'm going to let that steep for about half an hour or so. It's smelling so nice in here already. I've got my mugs ready with a little garnish, some snacks of course. Well, we all had such a lovely weekend, especially Mum. Our guests have just left and feeling quite tired now, so I think I'm going to read my book and just curl up for the rest of the afternoon. The mulled wine and cider turned out really lovely. The mulled wine was nice, but the cider, absolutely delicious. Really took me by surprise. I will definitely be making that again. I'll try and leave the recipes that I used in the comments below for you if you'd like to have a go. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this one. It would mean a lot to me if you would leave me a little thumbs up to let me know, and do hit the subscribe button if you would like to see more. I would love to have you join me next time, but in the meantime, take care.